There is money to be made. You just have to be alert and be aware of what's going on in the market. Well, I told you last week was going to be a crazy one, and it certainly was that. Actually, it was just another roller coaster week. I know I keep sounding like a broken record, and you Gen X and Gen Z, you'll be saying, what's a record? But it just seems to be the same old thing week in and week out. Roller coaster. We get up to these big highs, these big moves up, and then in the same week we get a big move down. Sometimes in the same day, but that's just the way it is. And the market changes, and we have to adapt to the changes as traders. There is money to be made. You just have to be alert and be aware of what's going on in the market. So let's go ahead and jump in with a weekly analysis, which starts on the 9th of June, 2025. And before I get started with that, I know some of you try to be swing traders, but it's really tough to be a swing trader these last few months. Where you hold your trades for several days or even longer, or you try to hold them for longer, but that means you pay swap for holding trades overnight. Well, if you're tired of paying swap, I recommend this broker here, Ultima Markets, swap-free trading on gold and currencies. And the link is below this video if you'd like to give them a try. And if you're a prop firm trader, I highly recommend OANDA. I use OANDA. I have a prop firm with them. And I have researched a lot of prop firms, and OANDA has, as far as I'm concerned, the best terms and conditions. So if you'd like to try OANDA for your prop firm trading, the link is below this video. So let's get started. First of all, looking at the high impact news, and there's not very much this week. So be sure and just check forexfactory.com for your local times and be aware of these high impact news items, which definitely affect the movement of currencies and commodities, albeit for a short term, usually. So let's look at the trades that I shared with you last week and see if we had any profit and loss. And before I do that, of course, I always like to look at the JPY basket, the two indexes, the US dollar index and the JPY index, and the Japanese yen declining. I expect to see it start to move back up. This has been a huge drop. And of course, with the roller coaster, you just look on the screen, it's a roller coaster. It's up and down, it's up, it's down, and that's what a roller coaster does. So it's already made a big drop down, so we should start to see a turnaround in the JPY. But not the same with the DXY, the US dollar index. It is going to continue to weaken, continue to lose value. We're just seeing lower highs and lower lows. Don't be fooled by these retracements. That low that we saw on Thursday was a previous low that goes back to 2020 during the COVID pandemic. And we're going to continue to see lower prices on the US dollar index. So starting with the trades that I shared with you last week, first of all, gold. Okay, just look at that. It's just up and down, and it finished the week almost at exactly the same price it started the week. So if that's not a roller coaster, I don't know what is. It's just the way it is, guys. So regarding our profit and loss on this, you could have made a good long trade on Monday. You could have made a good short trade on Friday if you're a day trader and done well with this one. But as far as the signal that I gave you with the gold being bullish on both the day chart and the 4-hour chart, it didn't come down to the pending order, the buy limit that I set for you at 32.82. So this one, you were kind of on your own. You see the momentum on Monday. You could have taken a good long trade. And then from the news on Friday, that was the non-farm payrolls. If you saw the momentum going down, you could have taken a good short trade. But this one did not open with the pending order that I shared with you. And then the Euro US only missed the pending order by 5 pips. But if you'd gotten in on that one on Monday, you could have held that one all the way to Thursday and got 145 pips profit. And then the odd US was a buy limit. That one also did not come down to the pending order, but would have been good if you got in on Monday. Could have closed that on Thursday with some good profit. The New Zealand US was a buy limit. That one also did not hit the pending order, but did do well all the way to Thursday. And fortunately, this one trade that I shared with you, the pound US, was a market execution order. I said to buy this on Monday when the Asian Pacific market opens. If you did that, you got 162 pips on that one. Moved all the way through the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for good profit. And then the USD CAD sell limit did not come back to the pending order, but if you'd have got in on that, that would have lasted Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It would have been good profit on a short trade on the USD CAD. And then finally, the USD JPY was a sell. And if you took that order, that market execution, when the market opened on Monday, you could have got 168 pips out of that one. So the takeaway here, guys, the key takeaway is that the direction was right. All right, it's just that they did not come back initially when the market opened on Monday to our pending orders. Otherwise, every single one of these trades would have generated good profit. Now, some of you keep asking about this support and resistance indicator that you see sometimes on my MT4 when I show that in my videos. And that's the indicator on the right that has the pivot point, the starting point for the day, and then 5 resistance zones and 5 support zones. This is a great indicator for MT4, but only works on MT4, not MT5 or not Tradingview. If you'd like to get this absolutely free, 100%, no obligation, the link is below this video. So let's look at the pending orders. These are the trade setups that I have in place, and I do this to try and help you make profit with your forex trading. But just remember, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm not a CPA. These videos that I make are strictly for educational purposes. It's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. Now the Euro US, I have a buy limit on that one with the entry price at 1.1378. It actually got almost to $1.15, the highest it's been for a long time. But it's come back down to our support zone, so should continue to be bullish. All right, so buy limit on the Euro US with the entry price at 1.1378. Then the Odd US, also bullish on that one with a buy limit at 0.6485. New Zealand US, a buy limit with the entry price at 0.6000. And the Pound US, a buy limit with the entry price at 1.3515. And the USD CAD, a sell limit, okay, with the entry price at 1.3710. And the USD JPY, it's gone up enough on Thursday and Friday, so it's time for that one to start going back down. So just sell. Market execution order when the market opens on Monday morning, just sell the USD JPY. And just an added note, I do get some inquiries about, where should I put the stop loss? Where should I put the take profit? And I have typically in all of my videos for the last couple of years, just leave that up to you. It's up to your risk management. What you want, where you want to put your stop loss, where you want to put your take profit. With the stop loss, it's of course generally recommended throughout the industry that you shouldn't risk more than 1 to 2%. On my stop loss, I only risk 0.5%, so even less than the recommended 1 to 2%. But that's totally up to you. If you're risking more than that, you take the chance of hitting a big loss and losing a large amount in your account or even blowing up your account. So limit your losses, all right? For your take profit, well, currencies generally will not go more than 100 pips. Oftentimes more than just 50 or 60 pips, that's about all you will get. And my philosophy these days is take what the market will give you. Okay, these roller coasters are not easy to trade. If you can get 50 or 60 pips out of a currency trade, take it. Don't keep hanging on when it starts to pull back, thinking, oh yeah, it was going the right direction, it will keep going. And then it just wipes out all your profit and then goes in the wrong direction. All right, so just be willing to take what the market will give you. It's a good idea if you use support and resistance for your stop losses and for your take profit zones, because a lot of times you'll see they bounce off of those areas and change directions. So if you have any more inquiries, you need any more help about stop losses or take profit zones, just leave a comment below in this video. I'll be glad to get you pointed in the right direction. And now for the final slide, which I didn't show you, and I know that's my pending order on gold. What do I have? All right, gold is still bullish on the day chart. Gold is bearish, however, on the H4 chart. So those are definitely conflicting signals. So what do? Long-term gold is bullish, and I'm still bullish on gold. This big drop, 700 pips on Friday, was due to the non-farm payrolls. And as we know, the news gives the market knee-jerk reactions. So we are likely to continue to see bullish movement on gold. It might pull back just a little bit, and that's why I have a buy limit at $32.95. That's a strong support zone. I'm going to let that pull back to $32.95, and then I'm expecting to see continuing higher prices. We almost got up, in fact, we did get up to 3,400. I believe it was 3,403 or 3,404 on Thursday. But then because of the non-farm payrolls, we saw that huge drop. So we are very likely to continue to see higher prices with gold back up to the 3,400 zone, but I'm being a little bit cautious. Let it pull back just a little bit more to 3,295 and where my pending order for gold is. A buy limit on gold. In spite of it being bearish on the 4-hour chart, we are still long-term bullish on gold. So be watching it on Monday. All right, it might just not come down to the pending order. It might just start to take off. If you see good momentum, go ahead and place a buy trade on gold. All right, for those of you that are not interested in learning how to trade, or you don't have time for trading, CopyTrade is the thing for you. You can still make income from forex. All right, you set up your MT4 account to connect with a strategy provider, and when that strategy provider's account takes a trade, your account takes a trade. And here's the CopyTrade that I'm working, and I share this new update with you every week. It's updated every week, and this is the growth that you see on the CopyTrade account that I am a strategy provider for. So if you're interested in CopyTrade, the link of how to get started with that is below this video. All right, so that's a wrap, guys. I hope that this video helps you with your trading. I hope that it will help you to make profit in your forex trading. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I will get back to you. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great week of trading. I wish you the best of success. And don't forget, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others.